I know you have heard much about the comfort zone, and I don't want to share it with you today because you've heard so much about it. But please be patient with me. We're going to talk a little bit about it. And I'm not sure why we call it the comfort zone, because it's nothing about comfort. It's a painful zone. That's what a comfort zone is. We lose everything. We're in pain. We're frustrated because we're staying in this little area. But there's another dangerous step past the comfort zone, and that's the familiarity zone. And that's where the comfort zone leads us. The familiarity zone is the most dangerous place in the world to live. It is more dangerous than shark-infested waters. It is a place that will rob you of everything you want, every desire that you want. The familiarity zone is so powerful that it will lead an abusive spouse to go from one abusive person to another because they're familiar with that. And that is less scary than the unknown. And that's why it's so powerful, the familiarity zone. We will stay with the devil we know because we're afraid of the devil we don't. We're afraid to feel awkward. We're afraid to be challenged. We're afraid to take a risk. We're afraid to step out and be intimidated, humiliated, or laughed at. We're afraid to have that feeling. We lost it. So what happened to us? Because we were never like that. We were born, we only had a couple of skills: crying, eating, breathing, and filling diapers by the millions. Everything after that we had to learn by being awkward, by falling down. We learned to walk, run, jump, ride a skateboard, ask a girl out on the first date. That's terrifying. Take a test, study, do an oral presentation, drive a car. Whatever it was, we had to learn. We were awkward. We were unnatural at it, but we still did it. Some point along the line, we stopped because we found ourselves in the familiarity zone, the most dangerous place on earth. And here's the truth about it. We are willing to sacrifice our happiness, our joy, our purpose, our passion, our health, our success to stay in the familiarity zone. The same way a spouse will stay in an abusive relationship because it's familiar and we feel safe there because we're afraid of the unknown. So how do you break it? Glad you asked. You break it the same way you got into it. You did it in baby steps. You didn't wake up one day and say, I want to imprison myself. I want to be bubble wrapped and stay safe and never take another risk and never do anything different. No, you did it slowly over a process of time, just like me. So how do we do it? Pick one area of your life, one thing you want to change, and let's go after it today. One tiny little thing. And when you take that risk to step out of that little comfort zone, the zone of familiarity, and to do something that makes you feel awkward or afraid, you're pushing against the bubble, your imprisonment. And someday it's going to burst, someday soon. And when it does, you're going to find yourself in a magical land of unprecedented opportunities. There'll be no unicorns or rainbows, but I guarantee you this, there is a pot of gold at the end of this trail that we're going to go on. Join me today and break out of your familiarity zone. Get into that place of life, purpose, and passion. My name is Ed Carcarey. I'd love to connect with you. You can find me at edcarcarey.com. Find your passion, find your life.